Did you know that wolves do not hunt with individual strength, but with strategy and nearly perfect coordination? When the entire pack begins to move, the hunt is no longer a simple chase, but becomes a chain of life or death decisions unfolding within just a few short minutes. In the video, Crazy Wolf Hunts Accidentally Captured on Camera, you will witness the most tense, chaotic, and cold moments of nature. Watch right now. Wolves versus bear. The bear is calmly enjoying breakfast with the carcass of a large antelope. But from afar, the wolf pack gradually appears, spreading out their formation and closing in step by step, and the silent pressure of the pack slowly tightens around the bear's mind. This one is still young and often confused when surrounded like this. With the advantage of numbers, the wolves force the larger opponent to give up its claim to avoid unnecessary injury. The bear chooses to lift part of the carcass and retreat, leaving the rest for the wolves. The peaceful moment is quickly shattered when a wolf family is playing and a black bear suddenly wanders into their territory. Both sides immediately tense up and face each other, the space shifting into a state of confrontation. The black bear stands its ground, its massive body and dominant posture creating immense psychological pressure. In nature, wolves rarely attack adult bears. They rely on numbers and psychological pressure. But when facing an individual superior in mass and close combat strength, the pack withdraws to avoid irreplaceable losses. The bear is spotted and relentlessly chased by the wolf pack across an open plain. It tries to turn back and counterattack, rearing up and swinging its legs in threat. But the wolves do not charge head-on. They split into arcs, staying tight along the flanks, constantly forcing the bear to keep moving. Wolves hunt by exhausting their prey, not by delivering a quick killing blow. Superior endurance allows them to pursue extremely effectively. When the opponent loses balance or slows down, the entire pack closes in simultaneously, biting the legs and flanks. Completely surrounded, the bear gradually collapses and becomes prey. Wolves versus bison. An adult bison stands directly in front of a bison calf lying on the ground, never stepping away. Two wolves repeatedly approach from opposite sides, but each time they get close, the bison turns its head to threaten and charges straight toward the danger. It always maintains a central position around the calf, never chasing far, focusing solely on protection. Bison possess thick skin and extremely strong neck muscles, along with a massive body that leaves wolves with almost no chance to attack. Against a calculating predator like wolves, holding position is often more effective than attacking. Another scene shows the wolf pack hunting in the early morning, splitting their formation into multiple directions to create disturbance and divide the bison herd. They do not rush in immediately, but force the entire herd to move, creating chaos. With large prey, like bison, wolves often maintain a prolonged engagement to panic and weaken the opponent before bringing it down. A separated individual quickly becomes the target. The wolves surround from multiple directions, attacking until the bison is exhausted and collapses. This time it is another group of bison, but with fewer numbers. The wolves choose to launch a direct attack. The bison has the advantage of a powerful charge, but against so many opponents, it cannot focus its attacks on a single individual. The bison's hind legs contain many load-bearing tendons, and even minor damage is enough to bring a body weighing hundreds of kilograms crashing down. The prey loses balance and collapses. The other bison flee upon seeing this, and the wolf pack immediately finishes and feeds on the prey. Wolves versus wolverine. The wolverine is pressed in tightly by two wolves from opposite directions. The surrounding space quickly locked down. With its fierce and fearless nature, it does not flee immediately, but holds a confrontational stance, constantly rotating its body to avoid exposing its back. The wolverine's skin is thick and loose, helping reduce bite force and making it difficult to grip, allowing it to tolerate pain far better than many other medium-sized carnivores. Although it has the courage to confront, its priority now is to open an escape route, not to defeat its opponents. Wolves versus donkey. The donkey is chased by the wolf pack across open ground, every stride a struggle for survival. Donkeys have good endurance and tolerance, but in a long-distance pursuit. Wolves with their relay-style hunting gradually wear down and overpower the prey. Donkeys have extremely powerful hind kicks and jaws, strong enough to cause serious injury when cornered, making many predators wary. But for wolves, that advantage is not enough to make them retreat. The donkey is exhausted, collapses, and is subdued by the wolf pack, ending the pursuit in despair. Wolves versus mountain goat. Young mountain goats are the wolves' next targets. The wolves detect and chase the prey along treacherous cliffs, where every step is a matter of life and death. The mountain goat continuously climbs higher, hugging narrow ledges to maintain distance from the predators. The wolves do not rush in. They only need to apply pressure and block escape routes downward. Mountain goats possess hooves with elastic pads that provide excellent grip on rock.
Have unbeatable agility.
But in panic and exhaustion, a single small mistake is enough to cost its life. It falls into the ravine and becomes the wolves' next meal. Wolves versus musk oxen. On the open tundra, the wolf pack begins closing in on a slowly moving group of musk oxen. They have targeted a calf within the herd. Immediately, they rush in from multiple sides, forcing the musk oxen into disorder. Within seconds, the wolves move to restrain the calf and attempt to feed. But this is far from easy. Musk oxen are famous for their circular defensive formation and extremely strong herd cohesion. They do not abandon their own. This time, the wolves have misjudged their opponent. After the first retreat, the wolf pack does not give up. They patiently return, continuing to repeat their familiar strategy. They pressure from behind, forcing the herd to move and breaking the usual circular formation. They are forced to chase first, because the musk oxen's fur is extremely thick, and during long runs, they will no longer have the strength to attack wolves. Slower individuals gradually become exposed. A calf falls behind and is separated from the herd. The wolves immediately accelerate, attacking and bringing down the prey while the herd is still fleeing. Wolves versus elk. Across a land covered in deep snow, the wolf pack moves scattered, watching every movement of the elk herd feeding in the distance. The wolves simultaneously accelerate, forcing the elk herd to split directions. Deep snow makes movement heavy. Elk expend energy faster than usual. With a bite to the hind leg, the wolves immediately lock down the prey. Immediately, a bite clamping onto the neck ends the chase. The wolf pack brings down the prey with speed, coordination, and absolute precision. Wolves versus caribou.
Panics the herd.
The wolf pack follows a caribou herd moving across the open tundra.
Nearly 2,000 miles during the summer months.
In this region,
But it's no easy.
caribou have few places to hide, forcing them into long-distance runs.
At
This
last,
unintentionally plays directly into the wolves' endurance-based hunting advantage.
the wolf panics the herd, and the weak and young are singled.
When the caribou herd begins to spread out,
A calf
the wolves
separated
exploit
from
that weakness, targeting a calf. The young caribou lacks the weight and muscle to fight like an adult, leaving only flight as its option. But its endurance cannot match the wolves, and the hunt ends quickly. These rare recordings show that wolves are not the fastest predators, but they are among the most efficient. They wear down prey through relentless pursuit, exploiting the smallest mistake to turn the tide. In the wild, victory does not come from the first charge, but from who can maintain the hunting rhythm longer. And for wolves, their greatest strength is the pack. If you find these hunts crazy and captivating, please like, leave a comment, and subscribe to continue exploring more raw and brutal survival moments of nature.